to 400 million towards the university. The drive of this government is to make sure that education comes within the community. There is this saying that put your mouth where your money is. So now government will come into the establishment of this university from a polytechnic, but then it wants the community to take ownership. So if we are to take ownership as a community, then one thing we have to dwell on is transparency and accountability. And I believe that the committee that has been set for this establishment and the collection of these resources that are given by different stakeholders in Eastern Province are gearing towards that, and I believe that they will use this money for a purpose.
But this couple where PMB and different exporter them, where they do cocoa business na Kenema district, being put together for LP Eastern Polytech, where make the representative for the exporters them, Amin Skyke, where the executive director for Tastor Salone say, this support where they don't give, na part of the corporate responsibility, as then they help na the book learning sector na Kenema district.
This is a development where we and most of the stakeholders in Kenema, we've been talk about more than 3-4 years ago. We don't even they put on a table, but now this trip no more, the big one, they don't take her in, and which we are very, very happy. That is why we CSF show say we are part and parcel of this part of the country. So we do unwillingly and with gladness, not one grumble in fact, and by God's power, we are still willing to do better if we see things they go on fine. Because beaucoup things they go on right now, they say, okay, then they do so, but we know they see nothing they go on. So the more we see development they come, now the more we're ready for put on. This kind of money, or even the one who they come, because this money even small compared to what they want to do, but do ya let good management there.
After we don't receive this couple, the registrar at the Eastern Polytech, John Joanna say, then go use this couple for the right purpose.
On behalf of the administration of the Eastern Polytechnic, the committee responsible for the management of these resources, I received a check on behalf of that committee, and that committee is headed by Dr. Mohamed Kombo Kamanda, co-chaired by Professor Joe Pemabi. Even when I just spoke with them, they are so overwhelmed. Everybody is happy, and we promised that we will use these resources on behalf of the government, because government has given us the responsibility through the Ministry of Technical Higher Education to manage the resources very well to ensure that the university is established as expected.
But what in government think about this support, where PMB and then partner them don't go gain? Honorable Ansu Fatoma, now the resident minister, Eastern Region, explain.
This is very simple. The transformation of the college to university requires huge amount, and if people have started donating voluntarily, I think that will inspire other people who have been on the fence to think that there is need for them to contribute. That besides, government will also see seriousness in the people of Eastern Region that they want the transformation to a university. It's going to be given to the university secretariat, the proposed university secretariat, and that is going to be factored into government funds.
This university trust fund, na fund where the Chief Minister began launch na Kenema district in line with President Bio in agenda for make the Eastern Polytech turn to university. We make the resident minister Ansu Fatoma end up call on people we come out na Kenema district and other arts organizations them for put couple na this trust fund so that the Eastern region self go get university. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Kabia the report.
As the program Good Morning Salone, they continue as on have been done listen from one power headlines to read them. Today inside the program we go talk to the Director General at the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency for the Badabo. We go talk about the SME exhibition where the agency and then partner them they organize for local company them in the country. Well, for give brief background about the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency. May 15, 2019, Parliament be passed the Salone Local Content Agency Act for provide development of all sectors of economy by way how for bring together local contents them different activity, and the act give several aspects of local content inclusion process like the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency. Well, with that small background, we I don't give. But the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency. Before we talk about this, Director, from the time where you don't take up this office, let me tell you within us some of the activities and so far where they deal with the Sierra Leone local content where you don't do.
All right, thank you so much for having me. Just for get the seek clarification. The Local Content Agency Act was passed into law in 2016. not 2019. And of course, the Act 9 creates the establishment of the agency. And for the record, I may happen to be the first Director General of this agency. In terms of waiting, I don't do. I must tell when I say, Farm will then say, I very much, pretty much close to me 1 year in the office where they come by next year. We don't do so much because I don't want for to use the word me as opposed to we. Yes, because as an agency, it's a collective responsibility. Me and my staff don't do a whole lot. I inherit an agency where there was no structure in the first place. For me, you not go do what you want to do if you not get the required structure. So structure in terms of ensuring we create the conducive working environment for staff. Then you'll agree with me that what's how been there and what's how they now. I mean, speaks for itself. We create the conducive atmosphere. We work. We do a lot of work. We depend on a platform that has to be digitally, empowered. So now we get a robust fiber optic operation. Local content. Most part of our work speaks to monitoring and evaluation. We online platform them, the scorecard, if you like. We will not be able to do work if we not get running and up and running internet. So we don't get that one day. Then of course, without going to your operation site, we'll be able to monitor your activities on local content performances within comfort zone that we office. That's for me is key. In terms of, again, within me personally don't do as the Director General, I inherit an institution whereby staff of this agency, we're not getting paid. So for me, that's very serious. It's a livelihood matter. I mean, I need to wrap my head around why somebody for the work, you wasted 98 now, you do work now, then you don't get paid. It's like, I mean, that's not the way it should be. So what did I do? With this new direction government, with me appointment as the Director General, I will lobby the Minister of Finance. Graciously, they came in. They're not the only pay staff salary in this agency now only on time, but they make sure all the backlogs where the then government not being the pay. For me, that's very important. 1 year or more, they're not being the pay. They make sure say they pay all to staff, which is very, very important. It speaks to employee boasting for letting you know what they do and things. They would not able to put together a comprehensive database system. We're not been there in the first place. So when they talk about small businesses, then now if you go across every sector, whether now food and beverages, clothing and textile, art and craft, manufacturers of made in Sierra Leone, local content database has been established. For me, that's among many are key.
So when you look at the work of the local content agency, they are around creating opportunity for salon people and for ensure say they're able to establish them business, them they run and self-care work na establishments them way they within the salon. Looking at that, how far una don't go for ensure say this happen?
Well, yes, that's definitely now one key part of we mandate, a very clear. We do what they call market linkages, and that speaks to the main agenda item where I can talk about.
Make I hold you this small here. Make we take this jingle inside the program.
It's our future. Let's write it.
It's our future. Let's write it.
Salone they develop new national youth policy.
Yes, now Salone government through the Ministry of Youth Affairs and then partner them. Day before, and yourself can join them.
The new national youth policy go guide government and in partner them, support to young people them for the next 5 years, and they want to make it give you idea for develop this policy.
So young people and people we want to see young people develop na Salone can join this process.
If you na young person or want for see young people dem na salon develop, you can add your voice to this process, and for do so na for text the word join to 2018 na Orange or Africell network for free and join new reports.
The new national youth policy na chance for shape the country in future.
The new report na side for talk about things dem wey you believe say important for young people dem development na salon.
Make we hear your voice. Involve yourself for develop the new national youth policy. Join new reports and text join to 2018 na Orange or Africell mobile network for free. It's our future. Let's write it.
The program where they listen to na Good Morning Salone, and they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We they continue for talk to the Director General at the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency. Yes, Director, you go take them from Usayubin.
Yeah, your question speaks to market linkage for we local entrepreneurs. We don't do a whole lot. One example where I will give you, Nina, for the fact that now we get what we call shelf for made in Sierra Leone products. Now, always supermarket there across this country is a policy directives. I mean, which the supermarket management they also get responsibility for make sure say then sell with local product there. Before now, you will agree with me. Say then they produce them product there, but they not get the market. So it's not fair to them. So what did this agency do? We make them very clear. We bring together supermarket management there for let them know, say, this is a made in Sierra Leone policy objective where the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Trade and Industry come together and decide, say, there shall be special shelf now supermarket them for made in Sierra Leone product. And then shelf, then they not only let you create and you put on the corner, it has to be visible for ensure say we create that kind of linkage. Now you'll agree with me with this agency, would they ensure say we do on the spot check, would they do monitoring for make sure say we not only listen to the concerns of the local suppliers, but the supermarket owners them as well. Quite recently, we'll bring them together in a round table whereby they will come and tell we what are some of the challenges then within the face, whether in terms of packaging and labeling of the product, shelf life, because the whole idea here is as much as we have local content does not settle for substandards. We want to make sure say with local suppliers then not only compete locally but internationally as well, because you'll agree with me if you follow the trend of trade liberalization, trade facilitation. Now, Sierra Leone, now part of a signatory to the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. What that means, as soon as next year, 2020, we don't have the right anymore for, say, products should not come into Sierra Leone from other countries, whether it's Botswana, Kenya, Namibia, because now the whole idea about the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, now being the vision of the founding fathers of Africa, the Patrick Lumumba, the Kwame Nkrumah, the Ahmed Sekou Touré of Guinea, for say Africans then for able to trade among themselves and create that billions of people trade markets. And just as recent as last year, His Excellency the President don't sign into that, it don't become law. So what that means, trade liberalization is going to happen. So what will be done to tell we local entrepreneurs now for let them up their game, let them ensure say the productivity is enhanced, let them ensure say they package them product them well, so that when that time comes, rather than saying, oh, in the name of local content we get so much foreign products, rather they should be seeing themselves competing with products than where they come from overseas.
Then get the platform.
Absolutely. The main purpose where Akanaya, when I can talk about with trade fair and exhibition, where the local content agency in partnership with the small and medium enterprise development agency, with sister agency, they put together 2 days, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. It's a wow. We don't train them already, because that's another thing. We want to make sure say we showcase the best of the best. That's why eligibility criteria this time around are clear to the point. Yes, as much as we are made in Sierra Leone product, we are local content. It does not mean we will just go ensure say we bring people then out where they put honey in a shampoo bottle. No, that's not what this is about.
That brings me to my question, because packaging are very important, very key thing where you can to this local produce them. So tell me how, because inside your statement where you mention what the challenges them way the one the way they produce they go through. So I ensured this agency don't do for make sure say then people they also do quality packaging we go meet international standards and self go compete with other country them products.
We've done a whole lot. Like you rightly mentioned, this trade fair and exhibition is about Sierra Leone. It's across the country. It's open to everybody. So what we don't do, not only in a Freetown year. Quite recently, we as maybe 2 months ago, we decided for we walk beyond Freetown. We were in Bo, in Kenema, in Port Loko, in Makeni, for train we local entrepreneurs there, key skills in terms of enhancing your exhibition skills, in terms of ensuring within standard packaging and labeling of your product means, in terms of standardization, in terms of we talk about pricing, because we can find out say for the same product, if you go to seller 1, it is selling for 20,000. When you go to seller B, you get them for 40,000. That's not to tell the story. That's not what local content is about. We want to make sure say then they are across the point. So we train them on that. That's very important. As recent as last week, on the weekend, okay, just for ensure say we bring them into the fold. We encourage them. We hold a training session for them on the weekend, on Saturday, where we ensure say with our partners, the SMIDA, we invite Standards Bureau, where they responsible for ensure say standards are being met. The Standards Bureau person can give a talk for ensure say we capacitate them well for prepare them for this exhibition, because we tell them say look, we want to make sure say, because the exhibition is not only meant for Sierra Leoneans locals. We just make sure say we don't already send invitation to everybody, as long as you get something for doing a salon. Right. Whether not the diplomatic and consular corps representative, all the embassies, all our development partners, senior government officials, everybody is going to be there for ensure so we create that market linkage. That's why we refer to it as buyers and sellers meets.
All right, continue for the between the program in the Director General for the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency for the Bad Dabo. Continue for the within the program. The program they continue.
We come to we other studio get we in Modupe Telopias in the CEO for the Breakfast Club Africa. As the Breakfast Club Africa been formed in 2017 by some salon people for train chief executive officer them for make them go be better leader them na the organization them. This club they in about 6 countries them like Ghana, Nigeria, Rwanda, Malawi and other side them. As they get them force made in salon leadership conference, we get the CEO for can tell you more about this. But before you go to this conference, what thing give the zest for me to form this kind of club for trained chief executive officer?
Thank you. Thank you very much for the question, sir. You know, sometimes every company will exist where they do well. Now this world, they solve a problem. And the best companies there are the one that where they solve problem where people them get immediate need for. And this particular company, Breakfast Club Africa, we form them because we recognize, say, when you become the managing director or the director general or the CEO of a company, all man around you, they feel say you sabi all what you supposed to do. You get all the resources, all the skills where you need for let you be successful. In fact, then they glad it for you. They say, your life done better. Yes. But the reality is that most of we will not get all things we will need. And we need for learn more, we need for grow more. And the challenge we'll get is that if we want to acquire then skills them, then resources them, then in fact we can become the very team where they make the organization able to grow. So when we look around, we see say really around Africa, not to just Salone, but services they not been there for help we the chief executives them for become better leaders. Okay, because we get certain constraints then we get for leader service be specifically tailored for we. So now that's now make we start them. And when we look around, we see say there is a need, because at the end of the day, you as the chief executive, the decisions where they make, then go either turn for good or for bad, but it will take some time, months, years before you see the effect of that decision there. And it will be the effect something on other person, it will campaign. And we want for able for help the chief executive then for able for be more aware of the impact of their decisions, for make wiser decisions, so that then company then go grow. Because everyone, we members then at Breakfast Club Africa, what we don't see so far is that then companies then they grow much faster than people that we know they Breakfast Club Africa.
Okay, una don't begin this work from 2017, the trained chief executive officers. Then what are the key things we una fail not we cut across it? This not the problem or the issue with chief executive officers them in handling their companies.
Interestingly enough, the company registered in 2017. Before that, we've been run a 15-month pilot. So we actually get people that we don't they receive this service for even slightly longer. What we find out is that leaders, them chief executives, they learn best from their peers, from their company. So when you bring them together and you facilitate that, for they're able for learn from their company, that's they make the experience really good. And then also one of the things they benefit from is executive coaching, because that coaching process now a process where it help a leader for become more aware of in strengths and weaknesses, and also for move from point A to point B. Whichever point B where in the leader set for himself, the coach, the help him and support him for only self accountable for do certain thing there, we go able for make it grow and for make it become more successful. So now then two things there largely we they provide for the chief executive is learning experience from them company them, and then also coaching for help them for use that knowledge there for become better.
Now what kind of company them they work with as you speak? Because you talk about chief executive them where they give sabi to.
Yes, ma. So today we get all over Africa, we're there in 6 countries. We get over 50 members in then 6 countries. Them now Salone, we get mainly private companies. Them, but we're not restricted to private company. You can be the head of a public sector company and you join. So I mean, some of we companies there we then they to we you get EcoBank, you get brewery, you get some company there like AI networks, you get the agricultural development funds. So we get different company there like that. Grow Salone, another one. We also now then a member company. So all of them company then leader then as Salone, people they don't decide say they want for grow, they're very intentional, they want let them company then grow exponentially, and truly then company then they grow.
Okay, in name na Mood Petelo Pias, the Chief Executive Officer for the Breakfast Club Africa. Day with we inside the program for talk about the first Made in Australian Leadership Conference. Continue for day with we inside the program, we come back to you. The program na Good Morning Salone, we go for a short break.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office like you not get the account number. Buy Edsalight, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
Commercial Bank.
The program you listen to na Good Morning Salone, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM and on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa and powered by Africell. We will bring you this edition of the program Good Morning Salone. Musa is camera na my name.
And Mina Elizabeth Campbell. We will continue for take other issue in the program, and we will take one per we headlines to read them. This being time, Parliament be passed the Public Financial Management Act to law, and it been pulled GST and something them we make the Pharmaceutical Business Association. The raise concern say government not pull tax for medicine them na the country. Beside the Secretary General for the Sierra Leone Pharmaceutical Business, Ibrahim Jallo say the reason we make the medicine them dear na the country na because of the high tax them. Ibrahim Jallo, now the Secretary for the Sierra Leone Pharmaceutical Business Association, they talk more inside this interview to Mange Mansari.
Well, the Finance Act will just pass. Of course, then put certain clauses where it's a laudable venture. But our main concern here is that now the taxes on pharmaceuticals are a big concern to me and a big concern to the nation as well.
So why feel say for pull GST na pharmaceutical products?
But health is life. This is the only country where, to be honest with you, where they pay high taxes on medicine. This is the only country in the whole world where they pay high taxes on medicine. Today, in fact, the data where they show is that nearly 50% of Sierra Leoneans get diabetics. So that data they are alarming. So I believe say it will be a concern to everybody, even including government. So as a result of that, government foresee reason and remove tax or GST on pharmaceuticals.
So what are the effect if then high taxes are still in a pharmaceutical products?
The effect Eboku, people don't get access to quality and affordable medicine. Like for instance, 3 weeks ago, I go na one part, a remote part of the country. When I go there, the only outlet to meet and find a class C and a license then get. And when I decide for go na the premises, I meet so many substandard products and another particular premises. When I ask why, because the sour go very close to the neighboring country. They say, well, the one they get at the neighboring country is far cheaper than the one they can get from the rice source when I Freetown. So people enable afford the quality medicine or they import directly they can at the country. So more or less, the way they come out in the neighboring country, now more they able access, now they can able afford.
The one the way they come out at the other countries, the way they pass through the border, they only go to checks for sure say now the right medicine now don't come and na of standard. You feel say we then one day when they pass at them border smuggle, you don't able get that quality control.
We border really porous. Now only 2 port of entry is being recognized by the Pharmacy Board of Sierra Leone, which is Wataki and Lungi. So all other border crossing point is not being recognized by the board. So virtually any way they pass at them border then we consider and say na substandard product because they go through the authorities and for me then check and no say them products where they can at the country now is of good quality, it's useful to the citizens of this country.
So if you then pull GST and then product there, you feel say we go get quality medicine there, even the layman go able for it will be affordable to the layman.
When they get quality medicine, and they talk about the affordability. The quality medicine then can dey na shelf, but just because of a very expensive, people don't go afford them. So what think can happen? Then they go for the lesser one when are the substandard. But of course, they find any substandard product on the shelves them. But we get so many peddlers them where then they sell the substandard product them. So people then prefer for go and buy the substandard product than they buy the one way when a standard product them.
Why now you raise the concern after they don't pass the bill?
Well, I raise concern now because we don't engage the Minister of Finance and a ministry, which the minister in SSF. The journalists already did it, because the program was covered by other media houses. A talker said they get for remove GST on pharmaceuticals. So to we surprise, because they promised say they remove GST on pharmaceutical and aviation financial service taxes, which we commend the minister when they not remove GST on aviation tax and the financial services, but we are more disappointed where the health, where medicine, where virtually everybody they take in the whole country. You understand, where they not remove GST on pharmaceutical. So we are a bit disappointed as an association. We don't know why.
That's now the voice of the Secretary General for the Sierra Leone Pharmaceutical Business Association, when Ibrahim Jallo be the talk inside that interview to Mange Mansare. Also, he be the talk, but the medicine them way he say it don't there because government no pull GST per medicine. The program Good Morning Salone they continue.
We still guest them, Director for Local Content Agency for the Badabo and the CEO Breakfast Club Africa, Modupe Taylor Pias. And I can tell you Director for the Badabo, Director for the Local Content Agency. Before we go for the break, we've been to talk about the platform for the business, salon business, them for strive. So what are some of the modalities the Mona don't put in place for ensure say the business climate good for salon people them and self be able to prepare themselves, as you rightly mentioned, salon don't sign to the African Free Trade Area Agreement for less salon business people able to snap for withstand this pressure.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like I've been say, first of all, organizing them is very important. We not go enhance the capacity if we don't know who side and they. So, like I mentioned about database, okay? Now we able to know who is doing what and where. You know, just for ensure, say, for avoid overlaps and things like that. They would not able to categorize them in different sectors based on the kind of services we they provide. Because you know, local content is not only about our products, it's about our people, our goods and services. So even people the way they provide services, say the ICT, you know, Sierra Leoneans the way maybe they provide services in very many areas. We want to know who said and they. So that's why quite recently we don't put out many platforms where would they call on, whether in the form of a press release or jingle, for let them come and register with the agency so that we'll be able to capture them. Because you see, the thing is, we are sick and tired at this point when we're hearing from, if you talk to multinationals for the most part, why are they not doing businesses with our local farms? They will tell you, perhaps they don't even know said and they in the first place. Maybe they know. So we did try for change that norm now.
So how many locals them we get now? We don't register now the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency.
I would say with database currently we're not quite there yet, but definitely in the hundreds. Different sectors, you know, whether it's food and beverages, we know the best among the best, the first among the equals. We come to clothing and textile. You know, think about this. Look at what I'm wearing. This is made in Sierra Leone. I'm so proud for no say the batik we me wear. That's Salone person named Maker. You know, I mean, and a host of many others. So that this exhibition here will show you the best of the best, whether not only in the clothing and textile sector, even in art and craft, you know, even many times people then they go overseas, they don't even know what they take for, say, Nadisa come with from Sierra Leone. We want to make sure we change that one day. And now, with this database being enhanced, not just a step in the right direction for a beginning. And tomorrow, into next tomorrow, this trade fair and exhibition, not just one of many activities, for now we showcase we made in Sierra Leone products. And let me make this very clearly. We don't set with eligibility criteria, because in the past, then they go say trade fair exhibition is about made in Sierra Leone, but when you go there, you go see products from Ghana and elsewhere. This time around, we are not going to accept that.
We can look at the trade fair properly as that na the purpose we make Ikaya. But you make mention of na the search for the business people and for no said and they. Now we you know who said and they go able empower them. But somebody go say the local content agency don't they exist for long term now. If you don't know what in who said the business people and they person go like for ask who say what in local content been they do.
Well, I don't know what they talk about. about
you rightly
existence of local
mentioned say
content.
una dey search for them.
Let me make this very clear, okay? Yes, local content has been around, the talk on the policy, but again, it takes visionary leadership for really bring the visibility where local content deserve. And I will tell you, okay, yes, 2016 the agency was established, but how una go do una work in the first place when the then government wasn't even serious about local content? That's the reality. They never paid attention to it, okay? And that's the reason why I will tell you, with my appointment, I just took up this position in December of 2018.
So it's
and I will tell you
a
whole lot. I just don't tell you. Organizational structure, that's very important. Now, before now, you don't even know local content office there. Let's begin there. Before now, people don't even know what's the mandate of this all-important agency. But you will agree with me, say, me and my team now don't change that narratives. There's not a single Sierra Leonean across where, of course, now local content is like an household name. You know, that's for me is a success. And again, I just don't tell you. For the fact that now we're able to get database of the local entrepreneurs, that is huge in my view. At least now, that multinational logo can't tell me again, say, I'm bringing vegetables from neighboring country because we don't know who that is selling. No, we'll do linkages between domestic and foreign farms. You know, that is huge. You know, we don't create the markets. And they are coming to us all the time for just say, thank you, local content, for what you've done for us. We don't make sure, say, and for we, that's what economic transformation speaks to. You know, creating the platform, creating the linkage, creating the market for let we local entrepreneurs then thrive. You cannot talk about transformation of this economy without strengthening with domestic private sector. And that's what local content is all about.
In him now for the Badabo, in the director for the local content agency, they are the talk about the exhibition we then get. When we come back to you, we talk more on the exhibition and our business person will be part of the program now Good Morning Salone. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We come to we other studio guest. We now Modupe Telopia, CEO Breakfast Club Africa. They don't give background of this organization and some of the things that Muna don't do. Now we look at the conference we Una get. Within this conference the target.
So the conference name now Made in Sierra Leone Leadership Conference. And I'm so glad that I there with my brother Fodiba Dabo, where they push local content and Made in Sierra Leone, because it's very important that we do that we for honor the people that way they do things in a salon and for support them for letting grow. And for we they try for grow the quality of leaders and leadership. And really one of the things that we would do at this conference is would they bring together chief executives them for letting able for come together and talk about and learn from each other. And we particular about for bring together both public sector leaders and private sector leaders, because for let salon develop as fast as possible, it need for let all two they work together for develop salon. Usai we dey now because of decisions where public and private sector leaders they been make 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Okay, but for Usai Salon go day 5 years from now, depend on the decisions we make today. And if we come together for really learn from each other about waiting at some of the pressures, waiting at some of the solutions where they work now, waiting at some of the ideas that where they work now this sector, maybe that sector, this area, then we go all go pick sense from we company so that we go able for make better decisions for a better salon. Now that's this conference really just there about. So they bring together about 60 of we to now Radisson Blue next week Thursday, and all leaders of private and public sector.
So inside this conference, people will get for expect like master savvy people we don't get experience on then who couldn't they do as CEO for share their own idea to the other one, the owner one, make let themselves know how for one administration, something like that.
Fine. Well, they will get some people that way don't get experience. I don't call them master sabi because the thing but way you not CEO is that I they learn from you, you they learn from me. When I sit on here with Fodiba, I they learn from what they talk, instead they learn from what me said they talk. And as so we CEO then they learn. So where would they bring some guest speaker there? Okay. Then just they come for like introduce the topic. Then that thing now we all the engage on the topic. All man talk, all man get a big sense from a company.
Discussion.
And like a discussion. So we they meet and that's nine at the conference.
Okay. All right, continue for the between the program. In name Namuripe Telopias and in the Chief Executive Officer for the Breakfast Club Africa. Now we go for a short break.
Better don't come. A Union Trust Bank again. Union Salone Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, na Salone for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme there. We branch and they all up at Nasalone. Bokono Kenema, we there. Kabalama Bogo Kakambia, we there. Jala Freetown Lonsa, we there. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, Nasalone for me and you. Union Salone Banco. Union Trust Bank.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
The program na Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We continue for look at more issues inside the program. The Deputy Minister of Finance, Dr. Patricia Lavalley, don't say the three agreements them we get for do with the agri-business and rice value chain projects, where Parliament don't ratify go benefit over 32,000 farmer them and bought 25,000 household them from the Social Safety Net program. Princess Pias gets more and Igona reports.
Mr. Speaker, honourable members, be it resolved that this honourable House ratify the protocol agreement on the Sierra Leone agribusiness and rice value chain support project between the Republic of Sierra Leone and the African Development Bank.
That's now the voice of the Deputy Minister of Finance, Dr. Patricia Lavalley. Be the lately agreement them na the well of Parliament for make member of Parliament them agree for them. Usa is say the three agreements are important to the country in development.
The purpose of this project is to stimulate a viable upstream agribusiness sector in Sierra Leone in order to promote economic diversification, food security, sustainable employment opportunities, and improved livelihoods. Sierra Leone is food insecure, with over half the population, 3.5 million people, lacking access to sufficient amounts of safe and nutritious food. The Global Hunger Index 2018 ranked Sierra Leone as the 6th hungriest country in the world. The resources for this project are first an ADF grant of $11,000 to assist in the financing of the project. The counterpart fund contribution for this project is about $800,000, which raises the total project to about $10,000. The overall objective of the second additional financing in the amount of $30 million is to establish the key building blocks for a basic national safety net system. The Africa Finance Corporation has offered to assist the government in establishing a substantial infrastructure fund targeting over $1 billion, which would enable government to finance its critical infrastructure plans in a manner which does not impair the ongoing fiscal position or breach the current debt ceilings, which would jeopardize a recent IMF-ECF arrangement.
This be make the chairman for the Finance Committee in Parliament, Honorable Francis Amara Samba. He say one of the 3 agreements here, when they talk about agribusiness and rice value chain, go help government for tap the kind of a way how then they spend plenty copper on how then they import rice come to the country.
The first one is talking about rice value chain. And we've said over and again that agriculture is something we have to pay our keen attention to. Government monthly spends a lot of money, millions of dollars, to import rice. And until we have self-reliance with regards to our staple food, we'll continue to have problems. We've said that the Ministry of Agriculture and other institutions have to be very, very serious about rice farming. So any agreement coming to Parliament dealing with rice production, I think as the people's representative, we should ensure that those agreements are passed speedily so that institutions implementing those agreements will go to work.
The Social Safety Net program, when NACSA they implement, they target extreme poverty. Because of this reason, make the Honorable Member for Constituency 059, Nakambia District, Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara, may raise concern about how different MDs them not can do the thing them where Parliament can agree for.
The social safety net is very important for us as a nation because it gears towards addressing the needs of not just deprived community, but deprived people who are of age. My caution, however, remains that we try as best as we can to make it have a national color and not to be political. Some of these projects have been used as political tools to gain political support. If we use this project for its intended purpose, we will not just address and alleviate the issue of old people getting monies, but also will rejuvenate the economy in certain localities. There are loans. We accumulate loans for this country without knowing how some of these loans are being implemented.
But waiting Honorable Sir Charles from the Coalition for Change Party for Constituency 028 Nakono District think about the 3 agreements here.
This agreement, I believe, will help greatly. We should be seen as a body, as an independent body, going after the implementation of this project to see how best they are implemented, particular cooperation. We are happy for it that after 10 to 11 years now, it's now coming to this House for ratification. We hope that the ministry and all partners involved will do their best to see that Sierra Leone deserves its maximum benefit from our membership from the African Finance Corporation.
But whose benefits when 3 agreements here gets to the country? The Deputy Minister, Dr. Patricia Lavalley, explained.
32,000 farmers would benefit. 1,000 young agricultural entrepreneurs would benefit from this new project. 4,000 young graduates would also benefit from the new agribusiness training program. 50,000 jobs will get created. 150,000 indirect beneficiaries would benefit from the agribusiness project funded by the African Development Bank, the social safety net project, and the income support in the form of cash transfers. We're targeting about 250,000 households through this intervention, and we're looking at about $50 per quarter per household. The instrument for Sierra Leone's membership to the Africa Finance Corporation, we are trying to establish an infrastructure fund of $1 billion. With $1 billion, we can finance a lot of the critical infrastructure that are so badly needed to grow the economy.
After this, make the Speaker been put the question to the House if they agree for the 3 agreements here.
Honorable members, the question is that this Honorable House ratifies the 3 agreements which were laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 21st November 2019. All those in favor say aye. All against say nay. The ayes have it.
As Member of Parliament them, don't agree for the 3 agreements here.
make dem dey hope for see how the Ministry of Finance go support the implementation for see say the right people dem benefit. For Radio Democracy, Princess Piaste reports.
Program Good Morning Salone they continue, and we they continue for talk to his studio guests them, and they come over again to Modupe Telopias, when are the Chief Executive Officer for the Breakfast Club Africa. Inside this conference, on our talk about developing better leadership, Sierra Leone, and coaching, better CEO. So how this conference go able for give all them benefits they are so to the CEO as so they will get for be part of this conference.
Thank you very much. See, if you now a chief executive of a company, now Salone, I encourage you for come, because when you come, you go rub shoulders with other chief executive. But we just talk about football and sports, but we too will talk about business and what it take for you be successful on one side, and what the other person don't learn, and some the mistake and the success we don't get, and a day you go pick sense from your company there. We go get some guest speakers, we go prompt the subjects on different thing there. So we get guest speaker there, like we all know say one of the best performing agencies there now the audit service Sierra Leone. So the head of that, they go come and he go talk about that, what he don't do, the leadership we don't result in that. We also get like the Dr. David Senge of DSTI and Ministry of Education. We will come and talk about the price of essentially indifference in leadership. We get people that will come, like the head of Toyota Sierra Leone, Toyota Motors, the only Toyota authorized dealer in a salon, will come and talk about the impact where coaching don't get on them. We get people that will come like Mr. Chukwuemeka Chikezia, where they run Invest Salon, where they look at really creating platforms for boost salon business. We get people there like Ram Shankadas, who will come and talk about the lessons learned and the challenges of investing and the opportunities of investing in a salon. But all of them will talk about them today, and then we get some special guest speaker then we are going to talk about later. But the key is that when you come, you will pick sense. And if you're not a leader of a company and you want to let your company grow and grow exponentially, not a small grow, but grow big time, then you for Canada this year, and I encourage you for register. The cost na 2 million leons plus GST. You register by your email to communications@breakfastclubafrica.com. Communications@breakfastclubafrica.com, and that's it. We will register you and you come. And whether you're not head of an agency, a department, an MDA, or you're not head of a private sector company, come, because your organization need you for perform even better than how you don't perform so far. And this kind here go help you for pick sense, where you go able for learn some new thing that way go help you and your organization.
So now a open conference type like?
It open to anybody when at the head of an organization. So if you're not the head of your organization, your company, then it's open to you. If you're not to the head, then no, it's not open to you.
Yes, in Salone, when you talk about CEO, we get CEO on a different level. You see somebody gets a business, we get maybe 3 people or 4 people in the CEO. Are they all permitted?
Wonderful question, sir. Yes. You see, we're less concerned about the size of your current company and more concerned about the size of your ambition. Because if your ambition big, you can be CEO of company, we get 1,000 employees, but you don't really want to let the company grow. And if they don't know to your interest, then come. Or you can be CEO of 3-person company, but your own vision for let that company to grow to 150. So now more the size of your ambition now we're concerned about, because people, the CEO, we want to let them company then grow and grow bigger. Now then now we want for let them come at this conference.
What's in the process again, processes and procedure for being part of them?
So for register, you just send an email to communications@breakfastclubafrica.com, and I saw the process they begin. They will take them from there with you.
So this conference go get for create the platform for locals them begin like do business internationally. Compete.
Fantastic. Now there you go pick sense for that day. So you see, like we talk, so Right now, some of we members in our Breakfast Club Africa, they don't begin for expanding company even past the borders of Sierra Leone. That's now one of we vision, because when you grow, if finally you grow, not just grow inside one country, but let you grow across different country. Like how my brother don't talk about the Africa Free Trade Agreement. That's an opportunity for we self expand into other country, not to just for say we they wait let other company the country they bring them products to we self for take advantage. But it not go happen unless we the CEO the one the way they are where they do business now, they expand their knowledge and their mind for say, you know, thing, let's see how thing they go other side. And Bokuman, they're afraid for expand because they know say they not get the skills today. So then they're afraid for do that. But if you come to the Made in Sierra Leone Leadership Conference, you will pick some sense for do that kind of thing. We get one of our special guest speaker now, a professor from Ghana. We in right now, not only they don't run Doku business, now begin the GIMPA, now they run the Ghana Revenue Authority, now they advise the president of Ghana on development aspects. Instead they can't talk about the challenges of private versus public sector leadership. So come, because really, if you want to grow your company, you're not the leader, this is not the place for be.
Okay, then thank you very much. Modupete Lopias, CEO Breakfast Club Africa. Will they come back to you? Will they go for a short break?
GhanaSongs.org.
They causing confusion.
But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in Wall Solid. Look in block them where them beat for them, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand, then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen, me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement na the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want your concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
The program you listen to na Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get them inside the program. Modupete Lopia, CEO Breakfast Club Africa, and Fudiba Dabo, Director for the Local Content Agency, in there for talk about the exhibition we then get. Fudiba Dabo, take me through this exhibition we una the all for SMEs.
Yes, thank you so much. Before I go to that, thank you, Dr. Taylor Pierce. It's my pleasure meeting you again. You know, you've said it all. Public-private partnership is the way to go. Public sector no go effectively doing work without the private sector. So for we in a local content, we are fully aware of that one day. As much as we get all the laws, legislations, the wonderful act, but we believe, again, say, it's not forceful implementations of those laws that makes things happen for Mama Salone, but social dialogue to the public-private partnership. So your Breakfast Club initiative speaks to ours in the local content, and count on our support in that regards. I just wanted to assure you of that. The trade fair exhibition, now 2 days buyers and seller meets. The whole reason why we call them buyers and seller meets, now for make sure say that 2 days, tomorrow and Saturday, we bring buyers there. So please, when Salone people they come at this trade fair, we wanna put some money in our pockets. It's not only about coming to listen to opening speech or because the senior government officials gonna be there, but please put some money in your pockets so that you will go around and buy products made in Sierra Leone proudly. For one, you go say, I'm proud for be Salone person. This is not festive seasons. Most people they now after now then they go abroad for the overseas travel. Come take product made in Sierra Leone with
so
you.
This is open to the public?
Yes, it's open to the general public, and it's free. Okay. It's free because we're a local content, and again, in partnership with SMIDA, SME agency, because we are doing this together. We believe, say, we need to create this platform for we local entrepreneurs for let them thrive. So we don't want to begin pass burden on to them for make sure say okay we do gate taking and things of that sort. Would they give them the space for free? You know, it's not like the exhibitions wouldn't they ask them for pay. No, but however, like I said, the opening is at 3 p.m. on Friday, which is tomorrow, Radisson Blue Garden. We will get a very short opening because it's about buyers and sellers, where the Honorable Minister of Trade will be the keynote speaker, and few of we will make statements. We'll get a statement from the Manufacturers Association, statement from the Suppliers Association, statement from, of course, the heads of the local content agency, the head of the SMIDA, and the like. So we'll keep that statement, and they're very short. They'll go to proper exhibition and trade fair.
For somebody where they listen now, we get plan for go this exhibition. Who's can products them you go expect for see?
Okay, so are you saying somebody where they go
where
as buyer?
Yes, one go buyer. What do they expect for see?
That's the point.
This exhibition.
If you know somebody where they crave for we local Sierra Leone food and beverages, we'll get a sector for them. It's really properly arranged. It's not going to be a very chaotic one. As you enter inside, you see a signpost where they say food and beverages made in Sierra Leone products.
Food of which type?
All of the above. We beverages, whether they make locally in here, with food, whether now you rice and potato leaf, cassava leaf. You know, we rice and kenda, the lafidi. But again, when I say it is at the standard, because we not just want let somebody can move in Kukribafa from outside there and go say na made in Sierra Leone. No. So that's what it make. Would already identify people then. As much as it's open to the public, we been get eligibility criteria. We already know people then way they go and showcase made in Sierra Leone day. We do them rigidly, and we don't train them already in terms of what the exhibition looks like. Not only local exhibition, but exhibition where we go able to compete globally.
So now food food no more.
No, I didn't say that. I just start for mention the sectors.
So
food and beverage sector go there.
Okay.
Art and craft sector go there. Carpentry, local furnitures, carpentries made in Sierra Leone will get sector for them. You know, clothing and textile sector go there. We manufacturer sectors, we ICT sectors, other services. So we will get, but your products and services has to be made in Sierra Leone.
So we go for see international people be part of the process.
Absolutely.
Or we go for see products from international.
Nope.
Okay.
If you're going there to buy your products made in Ghana, products made in Senegal, Nigeria, you'll be disappointed. Yes, okay. Purely for made in Sierra Leone. Those products, because it's about time we showcase Sierra Leone for once. I mean, we vision a local content. It's clear. Therefore, ensure say we put Sierra Leoneans there now the driver's seat so that they go take ownership and leadership of the economy of Sierra Leone. You know, so this trade fair now one platform no more where they create among many for let Sierra Leoneans there take leadership and ownership of this economy of Sierra Leone. So right. It's only made in Sierra Leone product and services. Now in this trade fair they about.
Continue for the between the program in name na for the Badabo and in the Director General for the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency. The program Good Morning Salone they continue.
And we continue for look at more issue inside the program. Monday, November 25 this year, the Salone police been raid one compound na Kisi Dockyard. Beside them been meet some people, they make fake cement for sale to the public. And the regional commander for Freetown East, Edward Samadia say police don't arrest 20 people with engage na GK compound na Kisi dockyard pan this fake cement production. AIG Edward Samadia explained more to Usman Kamara inside this interview.
Network where they work around the clock for ensure say they provide we with the intelligence, and this now one out of so many intelligences where they don't provide for we, where we will respond to large quantity of cement, then get a local laboratory na Kisibrook where they call GK compound. Then people there get a pan body, then get arrangement with driver then where they go load, where then they send for go take cement, either from Leosem or Dankote. Then suppose for take them cement there, can go directly to their destination. Then they go there, then go siphon the cement, then get way out and they do them. Put on a one white bag where they readily get quantity, good number of the white bags, and then later repackage them so that's not the deal. We get wind of that. And indeed, we launch the operations and we go, we see them.
Alright, in other words, for the public, for make them get more understanding of fake business and then
but they're all fake, they're illegal. Okay. Because when you reduce by the 50 kilogram of us, now that same price way they market the call for, now then they go sell them. Even the one way that they repackage, it not go reach the amount.
Alright, so for now, any arrest don't make?
Yes, we make arrest. We get 20 arrests, including drivers, including the one that way then they do the business, apprentice them, where they all engage one way or the other, then participate in the commission of the crime. We get the funnel them where then they use, we get the galva pipe where then they siphon now with. Then the empty sacks, brand new empty sacks of Leosem, Dankote, and in fact one other one they were I think are imported from Guinea.
Alright. So for now, almost much can they now in custody.
We get 6 of them. Who they follow up? Who they pursue the investigation? We don't make progress so far.
Okay. So the people that we get them mutkada, we not able to engage them for know whether they know about waiting to go on.
We don't begin to get to them really because we the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority office will the interface with, at least they assist you with all the registration and the owners of the vehicle there.
So as soon as I don't begin engage them, waiting maybe they respond when I ask them if they get any idea of waiting.
But only for investigation sake, I think I no publicize them. But then they tell you, then they respond positively. Generally speaking, most of them say they don't know. They only send the driver for go take cement. They're not aware of any diversion to that point to so go arrest them. Then quarry dust for can mix them. And quarry dust on chemical, get any chemical there, you can mix them na recipe for disaster. With the horrible situation where house then for done.
So after the investigation, waiting next.
Who's evidence there and who the evidence there against? Who the whole unculpable? And at least the end result is for charge going to court. And even not to the cement, even for the rice, with the rice self we understand they can siphon them, then they go, then they reduce them. If anybody get information like that, let them tell me, will they go against them.
In name na AIG Edward Samadia, they talk to Usman Kamara inside an interview for Seka where he say they engage some people they make fake cement na Kisi dockyard. The program na Good Morning Salone.
And we quickly take another issue inside the program when I want power headlines to read them. The Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Sam Kinbrima, say the over $28 million financing agreement where the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, don't sign with government will support over 500,000 rice farmers in the country. Musa S. Kamara gets more on this and gonna reports.
This signing make the second term between the government and the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, for sign a financing agreement for support the agricultural value chain development projects. And this financing agreement na $28.5 million, where $7 million of this money na grants, where then give Salone government free, and $21 million na loan, where Salone get for payback inside the term where they agree pam. This financing agreement, according to the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Samkin Brima, Salone go start for see the benefits just now. We say about 5,000 rest farmer them go begin the ball rolling.
This project gave a target over 5,000 farmers just producing rice. And imagine 5,000 new farmers come to the market. And this will also address areas in tree crop production. It also involves livestock. It do also a bit of crop diversification. So in the whole, this gave a bit of very good project for the people of Sierra Leone. And we will begin to see on our table very soon.
How soon?
Very soon. Right now, they're in the process of beneficiary selection across the country. So as soon as they don't select beneficiaries across the country, production starts. We own production here start almost immediately.
Samkin Brema continues say these agreements are part of government's plan for achieve food sufficiency and improve on agriculture. As he say, this couple go same way so look inside other food crop production and make farmer them get access to market for sell them products them and improve other area them per agriculture. The Minister of Finance, now the institution where the organization they are, can sign their agreements here with and talk on the condition of the agreements. Dr. Patricia Lavalley, now the Deputy Minister of Finance, will sign this agreement on behalf of Salone governments.
Some concessional terms. IFAD, our portfolio with IFAD is satisfactory, and what the director of IFAD just communicated to us is that with this 28 million, if Sierra Leone is able to disburse 10 million of this new financing next year, Sierra Leone will become eligible to receive an additional 14 million in agriculture in 2021.
Lisandro Martin, na IFAD Director for West and Central Africa, say this na part of them plan for support government agricultural projects them and serve way for support women and young people with the farming.
The contribution that IFAD makes to the government is to advance their inclusion efforts. We've been discussing how very often growth is not by nature inclusive. Sierra Leone has seen sustained growth over the years, but still there is a lot to do, for example, to include women. And the Deputy Finance Minister has been making the case of continuing to make specific measures to ensure that women are actually benefiting from this growth. And this is what the IFAD loan is bringing to the government's LED project, to fortify value chains and financial instruments for women and youth in particular, so that everybody can benefit from the progress of the country, to continue helping the government at the end of next year.
Lisandro end up for assure government of IFAD then continue supports in the area of agriculture for achieve food sufficiency for the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue, and now we take text message we don't come inside the program. This first one way I go take, say, Mr. Director, how can we promote local content when some of our local produce are more expensive than imported produce? And this they come out from Mark 10 and New Englandville.
This one say, Mr. Dabo, we Salone movies and songs, they part of this exhibition from Elizabeth Kylie on Facebook.
And this one say it was a timely move by the Dr. James Phoebe. He is one of the performing Sierra Leoneans since he was appointed as the Produce Marketing Board.
This one say a very good initiative provided it allow a level playing field for all Sierra Leoneans. That's not the exhibition.
And this one say good work done, Mr. Samadia, for your intervention towards these criminals in Sierra Leone. And this is come out from Alpha Conde now Wilberforce Barracks.
This one say Mr. Modupe Tilop, why Salone companies they need to expand out of Salone most times.
And this one say thanks to IFAD for their kind gesture to the people of Sierra Leone, Amara Alpha and Freetown.
This one say I believe in SLP, a force for good.
And this one say Mr. Telopias, how do you go about to select this CEO to be part of this conference? This text and not put in name. And this one I would take is say, Mr. Director, how can we promote local content when some of our local produce are more expensive? Alright, so we'll get that text message. Well, from then text message, and they will come over to the studio guests. Then, well, we'll start first with Mr. Fudibad Dabo from the local contents.
Yeah, thank you very much for those texters. Yes, definitely aware of the fact that pricing of we product the Nike challenge, and that's the reason why in my opening I talked say we don't already train them in what we call improve and enhancing exhibition skills, because local content for us is about competitiveness. We need for we continue for building capacity for let them see say look, it's about time we change the narratives here. We everybody they just do what they do, because I mean you cannot go to Freetown supermarket, you meet something different, this price for 10,000, we're going to the next door, you did it for 20,000, But again, waiting then self they tell we some of the complaints we've received now for say we then give them product then to them supermarket owners here. Now the supermarket owners then back and then they inflate the price. So we they continue this constant dialogue for let the supermarket owners then also understand say, you don't need for make we look at product and look bad because you get your foreign product to you want for sale. But yes, definitely we cannot compete as locals if we prices then they high than foreign. So yes, we will continue for ensure say we building capacity. I don't talk and clearly local content we key mandate now for make sure say we build the capacity of we local SMEs them for let them thrive. And one key accomplishment that the way this agency they do across the board, for ensure say we train them at all time, we pass on with skills in terms of skills transfer, we link them between domestic and foreign farm. Now one of the key accomplishments as an agency we will count part of our successes. Now multinationals they all now know about the local content, they all the reports to we all begin it was tough, I can understand asking them section 40 of we local content plan mandate we give we the obligation for we get them planned in there from multinational company, because one for know if you're here in Sierra Leone, whether in the mining sector, agribusiness, we want to know what you do, or the construction sector, and only that plan they will tell we in terms of your vendor classification, who that they do businesses. Are you building the capacity of our local? Do you have succession plan in place? Do you have what you call your procurement tendering processes? Are you giving contract to our locals as opposed to foreigners? So all of those now, my brother and sister, the narrative has changed. Now then come the year multinational, they do business directly with we locals, way before that was not the case. So yes, pricing, I couldn't agree more. That is a challenge, but believe you me, you will see a different thing in this trade fair and exhibition, because we don't already train them what an ideal pricing for a product should look like, and not only pricing as what somebody can't now before you how much this. You look the person, you say, you know what, this na president large charge 50,000. The way somebody can this now bike rider large charge 5,000. No. It doesn't have to be that way. You forget a standard pricing for your product, and that one they display out there. There another message.
Salon music.
Yeah, salon music, or the movie industry, the entertainment sector. For we in the local content, that's exactly what our mandate speaks to. Entertainment again. We want to make sure say we listen to salon music then, we play with salon movie then, we promote them. So yes, for that textile, yes, the movie sector, the entertainment sector will be part of the exhibition and trade fair, because one for showcase. It's about time. I don't get them complaining when the sector they come now office say, hey, I see no reason why even in terms of promotions would they see foreign nationals and they use them product them for promote, when in fact then they are for do them advertisement, and that's correct, and it's going to change with this clear directives of this agency with Million leadership. It's about time we put Mama Salone first. All so right. Yes, the entertainment sector is a part of this trade fair and exhibition.
Okay, Director, continue for those who are the program. We come over to Mr. Taylor Pierce for letting respond to the text message. Then.
Thank you very much. As I respond, I just want to make a comment and say, I'm very impressed. Thank you very much, Musa and Elizabeth, for the wonderful work they do in such a program like this. And every time I come at this studio, I see improvement, and really that I credit to what they do. And I want to also make a challenge to now. Radio democracy, enough for be just the voice of people in Salone. If for be a voice in other countries, I challenge radio democracy for even say for go international. And then in response to one of the questions where they say, wait to make Salone company, they're not they go international. The only reason why? Because the leader of the Salone company, then they not agree for expand their minds and their knowledge for the skills for go international. Not to not stop una for go international. Because just like how you get BBC, you get this why they are not only unakim broadcast internationally where they do, but also unaki even now go and establish with whether not through partnership, joint venture, or set up subsidiary there in other places for like radio democracy actually become in fact the BBC Africa of we come up from Salone. And I the challenge now with down there. And I can tell whoever now on a leader, I say let come na the Made in Sierra Leone conference, let we learn something there for let today tomorrow with hear about Musa and Elizabeth, then they broadcast from Mali, from Kenya, from South Africa, so that they do wonderful programs. And to the possible text, that is the only thing where they stop with. It is the mind, the vision, the passion, and the skills of we leaders them. So if you work for Salone company, where say now Salone no more than day, whether a small company or whether a big company as one of our advertisers, UTB, Union Trust, let us have they expand, because really then till the nine they create the opportunities and jobs them for people there, so that as you they expand, like how NP do expand into Liberia and other countries there, now so you they create opportunities. Okay. And so I encourage that. The other question where somebody be asking is, how would they select CEOs them for this? Not the way they select. Okay, now CEO 9 they register. Okay, the only thing they check is that yes, you're not CEO. So for register, you just go to communications at breakfastclubafrica.com. Communications at breakfastclubafrica.com. All in one word. Okay, just send an email and then we will take them from there for you. And we encourage you. And one other thing I want for challenge me brother with. Do you aware the kind of this exhibition tomorrow or next tomorrow? I want to hear Salone musical.
Correct.
Do you have Salone music? I want to hear not so there other music there, because where would they promote that local content? Do you let us hear with Salone music?
Absolutely. Right, the time and the place where this conference could get for take place.
Now next week Thursday, the 5th of December, na Radisson Blue will they begin promptly in the morning by 9 o'clock. The opening address will be given by the Honorable Minister of Trade and Industry. We also get in closing ceremony where they get a leadership discussion with a special guest from State House. But I know they call his name yet.
Okay. So somebody go like for say after this conference, what you wanna go like for say as you rightly mentioned, one of the challenge Salone companies or Salone business then know they establish out of Salone easily. So I wanna wish for change that after this conference and some other things them or other challenge them we the business climate gets.
Thank you for the question. One of the partners then for this conference now, Invest Salone. Invest Salone is an organization we form, headed by Mr. Chikezia. Then basically get a mandate for help companies, for help improve the Salone economy by really going after the fundamental thing that way they keep we from growing. And them in partnership with them, we plan for do follow up for support. Then CEOs them we express a desire for really improve their company. And are they stress pan this because not all CEO want to let a company grow. Some man I will see the company don't reach certain level where they make money for there. If they send a picking and go school, they say they are satisfied, not can bug me life. That one they will not get time for waste with them. We not want themselves. The one that we really want for grown and then we're interested in, and then one day we'll go follow up with them. If they're waiting at their specific needs, we'll go follow up with them along with partnership with Invest Salone. We go really work with them for whatever are them barriers. I'm not going to say say all what we go do because all money need different.
Okay.
But whether you want for expand into more cities in Sierra Leone, you dey Bo, you dey free, so you want go Bo, you want go Kenema, etc., or you want for expand into Liberia or into other country there. Then whatever kind of growth you want, we go help you.
All right. Okay. Thank you so very much, Modupe Telopias. We are the Chief Executive Officer for Breakfast Club Africa. Thank you so very much for being part of this program.
Thank you.
And thank you to the Director General for the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency, Fodiba Dabo. Thank you so very much for being part of this program.
My pleasure.
When I saw this program, Good Morning Salone, go left for today. Plenty thank you to my producer Alex Lawrence Kuma and Michael Sambula. We produced the program, and same way so Moses Kavura and team DJ Lava we give the technical support. Thank you guys so very much. We will bring the program come to you today. Mina Elizabeth Campbell
and me Namusa is Kamara. Bye bye.